Do you think Marxist ideology is encroaching into India, especially through movies, education, influences to dismantle the family system, values, etc., like it's been happening in the West for the past century? Look, it's not Marxism as such, that ideology that's encroaching in India. You don't see people waving flags with the face of Karl Marx. You don't see people waving communist flags in India. No, it's more subtle than that. People don't even realize that it is Marxist, the Marxist approach at work. See, Marxism is, you can, academics have been lying to you. Academics portray Marxism as a theory of economics, as a theory in political science, even as a philosophical theory. They portray Marxism as these things. I'll tell you what Marxism actually is. Marxism is a socio-political toolkit. A toolkit is a box that you open and there are multiple tools in there. Tools. Marxism is a socio-political toolkit. And the objective of Marxism is to enable a very small number of people who genuinely understand Marxism to obtain and retain political power through any means necessary. That's the toolkit. The any means necessary is part of the toolkit. And the simplest tool and the most effective tool Marxism has is to classify any society arbitrarily as a society that has oppressors and oppressed. So all you have to do is to take a big subsection of society, hopefully in a nation that's rather poor and has a garbage like education system. It's very easy to convince people to believe this, that you have been oppressed for 10,000 years and these people are your oppressors, go destroy them. And then you start all kinds of uh, create all kinds of fissures and fragmentation within society, and you divide society further and further and further. That's Marxism. Okay, so that is Marxism at work. And you can use other religions in that. You can use any movement, you can co-opt it into your agenda. In the West, Marxist academics, they co-opted feminism into their agenda. They hijacked feminism. Feminism came from a good place. There was a need for feminism in Western society because of the way women were oppressed historically. But then it would no longer end with women becoming equal. Now women had to become more equal. And today you have a situation in the United States, in the Western world, where men are emasculated. Okay, it's not, it will end with women becoming men and men becoming women, essentially, and so on. So Marxism, yeah, so it's all about dividing a country, and that we are seeing it in India. It started long ago with the Aryan invasion myth, the Aryan invasion theory, and the idea that India is, so the Aryan invasion theory says that Sanskrit and Hinduism are foreign to India. They were brought in by Aryan invaders, oppressors, who have been oppressing the natives for 5,000 years. So right away you can break a society in half, and then let people fight on the basis. So then what you can say is that Hinduism is evil, Sanskrit is a foreign language, and you have to throw this off. And any North Indian language is the language descended from Sanskrit, so it's the language of oppressors. So you make people fight among each other. You start linguistic fights, you start territorial fights, you start race wars when we are just one race, and so on. This is Marxism at work. Okay. um, and then you divide people on the basis of religion. Then you take one religion and break into 75 religions. Hinduism then becomes then you take Sikhism and Buddhism and Jainism out of Hinduism, and then you make them fight if possible. Then you take whatever is left of Hinduism and then you try to divide it further. And then you start playing majority minority politics, oppressor and oppressed politics everywhere, but you give it different shapes and forms and different names. And then you put this ideological framing in your education system, and that's what we have been laboring under for the past 75 years, no, actually more than 100 years. That's how we destroy society. And we are a great case study, India. And our political system knows, I don't know how many of them even understand this, and those who understand this are doing nothing. So there you have it. So that's the situation. That's how Marxism is being used in India against India's culture, civilization, society, all of that.